All right, so this video will focus on Chapter 4, Section 2 extension. And the first thing we have to do is look at these ordered pairs and try to find the slope. So the first thing we're going to do is plot these points. So I'll have my x and my y. And this one here is -2, 3. And the other one is -4, -1. And if I look here and I try to plot these, the difference between here and here from 3 to -1 is -4. And from here to here, from -2 to -4 is -2. So my change in y, or my change in x, is -4 over -2, or it is 2 over 1. Let's just see if that works. So if I go up 1, 2, and over 1, up 1, 2, over 1. So that's this one. Let's look at this one over here. So I have 3 and 2, and 1 and -2. So again here, this is going to be -4, and this is going to be -2. So that's the same slope. So these are absolutely parallel. Then if I look at the other one, and if I have -3, 2, and 3, 0, this slope is going down by 2, and this is going up by 6. So this would be 6 or 3, let's write this down, 6 over, or -2 over 6, or -1 over 3. And let's just see if that works. If I go down 1 and over 1, 2, 3, down 1 over 1, 2, 3. So that's the first one. And let's look at the other one here. So if I take -1, 4, and 1 and 2, this change is going to be up by 6, and this is going to go up by 2. So this would be 6 over 2, or 3 over 1. And let's see if that works. So I go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1. If you look at these, I have a 3 over 1 and a -1 over 3. And you're going to notice that this actually forms a right triangle, or a right angle. So if we go through here, so I have this 3 and -1 over 3, and I'll form a right angle here. And this is called perpendicular, and that's kind of what we're talking about today. So parallel slopes are if they have the exact same slope. They will never cross, and they'll go on forever. So if I have 1/2 x and 1/2 x, they will never ever cross. The only thing different is the starting point. So they are absolutely parallel. Here's an example of some lines. We have to figure out which ones are parallel. And how you do that is determine the slope for each one. So pause this for a moment and try to figure out which slopes are the same. So if we go through here, the blue line is 4 over 1. If I go up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. The red line, if I do this one, is 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. So these are not the same. And then finally, if I look at this one, it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. This is 4, 1, so it should match up the blue. So the red, or the green and the blue should be the same. Perpendicular is basically the complete opposite, I guess we'll say, of parallel. What I mean by that is if I have a slope, let's say of 1/2, this is my slope, so I'll say m equals 1/2. Notice that this is a positive slope. Okay, the perpendicular version of it would be m, oh boy, so m equals, if this is a positive, I make it a negative, and then I just flip this, so it'd be 2 over 1. And this is always how you do it. And let me just pull up Desmos here. So if I have 1 divided by 2, so y equals 1 divided by 2, x. And if I put down y equals -2 over 1, x, they will form this 90-degree angle here. And I don't care if I make this a 3 and this a 3, it will always be perpendicular. I can make this an 8 and this an 8 up here, and it's always perpendicular. So again, how it relates is if it's a positive slope, the other one's got to be a negative slope, and you just do the reciprocal, and that is always perpendicular. All right, so the next one here is looking here. So which two lines are perpendicular? If I look, I have to actually go through and figure these out. Just looking by the eye, it looks like the green and the blue, but I have to actually check it. So find the slope of each one. The blue line is going to be negative 1 over 3. The red line is negative 2 over 7. So if this one is either positive 7 over 2 or positive 3, that will be the perpendicular one. So let's see here. Oh, interesting. I guess my eyes deceive me. Because look at it. If you look at it here, the green and the red are perpendicular based on this. Because this is a negative 2/7, and this is a 7 over 2. So one is negative, one is positive, and it's just the reciprocal. And that right there is the lesson.